I'm live. So they tell me. So YouTube tells me. Sorry, I just I got hat head. I've been wearing a hat because it's warmer, but it's not like it's not spring. Oh, look at there it is. I know it's crooked. I know it's all crooked, but I just came up with it, man. It just was like came right to me, man. Death Angel Squad. There it is. There's the logo right there. There's the logo, Death Angel Squad, and now I'm getting the first page down. Like, check this out. Check this armor out. Check out this detail. Look at that gun right there. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, there it is right there. There's the armor. He's got the shield connected at his elbow, so he can still, like, use his hands. He's got one free hand. Look at that. So Death Angel Squad. Basically, I'm just sketching it. This is my sketchbook because you gotta have a sketchbook. How's it going? Who's ever watching? I'm gonna talk a little bit about this, and yeah, I'm just really happy. Like, I had to figure out the shade, the line shading, because I want the inking. I want it to be simple and straightforward. You know what I mean? So it's like some hatching. It's basically holding lines, on the armor with hatching here and there, and basically you see that foot nice and foreshortened right there. But he's upside down over the ocean. This is basically, I'll show you. There's the boat down there. So this is basically, that's me messing around. It started to look like Power Rangers, and I was like, nah, I didn't want to go there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I still might add some, like, some design to it. You know what I'm saying? But right now, bang, I'm going. It's kind of like, this is the flying armor basically. So he's upside down over the ocean, and then basically they raid. You can see right here. They raid this. There's the guy in the aquatic armor. He comes up, and they are basically the angels of death. They basically are, they're called the Death Angels, and they basically raid really super evil people and take all their money from them basically. It's going to be a cool book. I'm going to make some coffee. So this weekend I'm going to be doing some. We're going to be inking. I'm not going to be inking. I have somebody else who's going to try their hand at inking this comic book, and right there, Death Angel. And we're going to do the cover. Hopefully, at least get the cover done. If anybody has any questions, just ask me. And we're going to do an Indiegogo. And I'm just going to have water for now. Yeah, if anybody has any questions, you can just ask me. But this is going to be a killer comic book. It's a horror thriller. And I'm going to do, but I should have three. I haven't been able to draw much for a while. You know, it's basically it was a pretty rough winter. I My furnace died, and you know, basically I had a roommate that I really did not like, basically a druggy roommate, and I got sick of the druggy BS and kicked them out. I tried to, you try to help people. I tried to help somebody, didn't work out. But meantime, I had an operation, and I was pretty much, I had a surgery for a hernia that I got, I basically got I was wearing a belt too tight, is how I got it. And I coughed really hard. I guess I had just eaten, and like I kind of was full, and my belt was on too tight to keep my pants from falling down because I had a lot of stuff in my pockets and whatnot. And I coughed, and I literally, like, I don't know, man, gave myself a hernia just from coughing. So I had to go to get surgery for that. And I've just been working, and I haven't been able to draw very much, but this idea has been cooking for a while. And now that I have a full comic book pretty much ready to go, uh, like as far as the storyline, and at least a year's worth of them, uh, probably at least 12 comics out, outlined, like story wise. There's going to be a little bit of comedy in it too, and it's also going to get into a lot of like deeper esoteric issues, which, like, by the end of the first series, they find out that the forces running things aren't necessarily human. And so I kind of end it right there. And should be pretty much about, probably, I would say, maybe at least 12 issues worth of uh of pretty deep storyline too. Like, it's not going to be all like I have a good grasp of like geopolitics, and and I might kind of side swipe with reality a little bit here and there. Like, I'm probably gonna kind of like place it about 3 years in the future, like 2023 or so, maybe 2025. And to where like tensions have grown more to the point where there's actually a civil war. It's going to be a pretty intense storyline, and so there's actual civil war going on. It's not like the Death Angel squad is just going around murdering people. They're taking out, they're basically they're taking out rich like tyrant drug lords and politicians that are like trying to disarm everybody and put everybody in camps that like won't take vaccines and stuff like that. And and like, so there's certain like sanctuary states where they basically, when they're not doing missions, they live in certain sanctuary states, and like they're backed up with militia. So there's going to be certain scenes where basically, they'll have like a whole battalion or something with them. It's going to be pretty tight. There'll be like huge battle scenes. See what's going on right now on YouTube, and under the box office artist is actually podcasting. He's been on for a while now. I was watching his podcast earlier. He's a really good artist. So yeah, I pretty much did a video to show the logo. And that's gonna be it right there. Death Angel Squad. Pretty much. What do you think? What do you think of the title? Not bad, huh? Thumbs up, or comment below if you think it needs anything. Let me know. Maybe you know what I'm saying. And then it'll be like, you'll open it up. Oh, and then it'll be like splash page. It'll be like the student armor. There's going to be big like metal wings, kind of like that, with a there's like a power pack on the back of each of their armor that has to be charged. You know what I mean? And you know, but it's more in the future to where the technology's gotten better. So you know, I'll have to you know, probably explain a little bit of that in the storyline. There's I have one bad guy in mind that's just really creepy and evil, and he's not human, and I don't want to give him away because I don't you know, I'll wait until I have him. I'll reveal it you know, when the time is right, but yeah, it's a pretty crazy concept. Where's the this is like basically this is them right here. There's the aquatic guy. Death Angel Squad. Damn. It's gonna be pretty tight, people. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be an awesome comic. They basically kick in. I'm gonna just give a spoiler away for the opening scene. They kick in the door on. They basically intercept a bunch of drugs and money going to this certain destination, and that you know, for one of the bad guys. Just basically for this issue, it's just going to be a random drug lord, but there's going to be issues where I get really politically incorrect, where basically that's what I'm going to show. It gets to the point, society. I'm gonna show society get to the point where, like, you know, the public gets so mad in a lot of areas that the pitchforks and torches come out, so to speak. And there's like hangings and stuff like that. It's going to get pretty crazy. And because, hey, man, why not? It's a comic book. And this is going to be the Captain America that should have been, not the Captain America that they used to sell everybody on World War II. And, you know, and basically that is, like, you know, used to push agenda. It's going to be more of a founding father type, you know, revolution scenario. And it's gonna be educational as well, too, for you know, it's going to be for an older crowd. It's not going to be for, like, you know, it's probably going to be, I would say, for, like, you know, 14 and up, maybe, you know what I mean? Or maybe even, like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's not going to be for like, you know, little 8 or 9 year old kids or anything like that. Because there is going to be some gore in it, and it's gonna deal with a lot of like constitutional issues, which is what Comicsgate is kind of all about, and you know, and how and it's as far as what they're trying to take out of comic books, which is like, you know, uh, um, they're basically squashing people's First Amendment to say whatever, you know, to just, you know, to be politically correct. Basically, that they want everything to be politically correct, and my storylines are for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be politically correct, but they're also going to be sort of a high level standard of like Americana. You know what I'm saying? Like, because because, you know, I it's I don't like, basically I don't want to show just a bunch of unjustifiable violence like Suicide Squad or something like that, which is fun. No, I want to show like violence more in the or not violence, but there will be violence too, because of criminality and stuff like that. But I want to show violence more, not violence, but the when used correctly, basically force. You know what I'm saying? To to protect liberty, basically. So that's kind of what the Death Angel Squad is about, and they're an extreme of it, and you know, like there's going to be a scene when on the boat when they're done, you know, wasting everybody, like the aquatic guy turns around, and the dude in the flying armor's like spray painting you know, Death Angels on the wall, and he's like, "What are you doing, man?" He's all like, "I'm putting our, you know, I'm tagging our logo." And he's all like, "We're famous now. Everybody knows us. We're on the news." He's like, "So?" He's like, "Fuck off. Leave me alone." And the guy's like, "All right." And they like spray, he like tags Death Angels on the wall, and then they like walk out and stuff like that. It's going to be like, there'll be like some humorous parts, you know what I mean? And I'm also going to I'm going to try to get into some more esoteric issues with it, as far as like, you know, I don't want to give too much away, but things that kind of the how do you explain it? Like the people on YouTube that talk, you know, basically there's a lot of interesting channels on YouTube that I watch that talk about I don't know, almost like end of world type uh uh things that they, you know, how do you explain it, like phenomena, end of world type phenomena that they see going on around them now, like gang stalking and stuff like that. So I want to get into some kind of like crazy, really crazy stuff, just like sci-fi. You know what I'm saying? So and it's really going to be out there. It's going to be a really interesting read, as well as like really cool artwork. And I like 90s style, you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm keeping it like simple, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm shading that armor kind of, you know, I got my I have my holding lines in there, you know what I mean? And you know, you'll see basically more when it's done, you know what I mean, right now. But I'm right now I'm working this week, and I literally just put like over $1,000 into my vehicle. Like I had to, so like I've been doing this with literally almost no time. I have a dog too, so I've had to like walk my dog, but I had to come up with the logo for the cover. So there it is, Death Angel Squad. And if you like it, give it a thumbs up. And thanks for watching. Hopefully, by the end of this weekend, I should have some inked paint, at least one inked, at least the cover inked, and I'll show that off once I get a few really good pages. I'm gonna launch it on Indiegogo, and we're gonna see how it does. We're gonna see how Death Angel Squad does on Indiegogo. So I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.